All right, so we should be on and popping now, and Facebook should be connecting shortly. Yes, Facebook is connected now, so we are back like we supposed to be. Let me go ahead and cut the phone line on and try to get back to our normalcy. Let's see where everybody is. If everybody is still up, I know we're not gonna get as many people as we usually get tuned in, right? And I deleted all of the old videos so we wouldn't get confused. There's a lot of people that tuned in to the show previously that I just did moments ago and was confused, thinking that the old video was the new video. So we got we got Facebook queued up on the comments. Now let me get to YouTube real quick so we can get back to the YouTube family. Close that out. Refresh podcast 14. All right, we back. I'm up. Hell, failed my damn test. How did I make you fail your test? I hope I didn't make you fail your test. Whatever. What test are you taking at 3 o'clock in the morning? Is a better question. What test are you taking at 3 o'clock in the morning? So we can give it a minute until the rest of the people get in here. Yeah, I don't know what that last issue was, man. When we had Autumn call in, I thought we was getting a break from the bullshit when Autumn called in, and we was gonna have an update that I can give y'all. There's a lot of people calling or commenting rather over the last few days asking me what's going on with Autumn and the young lady who uh, was experiencing that traumatic situation with her adopted son. Oh, you just got the results in your email. What test did you fail? Oh, she said commercial real estate. Commercial real estate. Well, back to the drawing board you go. I mean, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again, Mahogany. So, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? I see there's quite a few of y'all checking in. Where's everybody tuned in from on YouTube? Yes, we are definitely bike. Mariana, she tells some, hey, we bike. You must from down south somewhere. So, what is it that y'all want to talk about tonight? We done got through the bullshit. I know we probably got some hecklers watching, so I don't know if they're gonna call in or not. But I will open the call in line if y'all want to start a conversation tonight. It is not on Do Not Disturb, so go ahead and chime in if you have a call. My perfect gonna explain this tonight because the whole damn, not the whole class failed. Then that means the professor failed. If the whole class failed, this looks like Sister Autumn calling back. Is this you, Autumn?
Hey, this didn't work. Hey, look, I was cracking up laughing. My side was hurting so bad, man. Your facial expression.
What I do
When a
now?
girl kept calling in. Oh, a girl kept calling in. She was clowning that lady, though. You know what really hurt my heart, though? Bad enough the babies died, and I really thought she was calling in to give some real insight. But what I was sensing, Mark, and I don't do gossip, but what I was sensing, it was almost like this young lady that say she's the cousin of the mom or the family or something. It was like she had a beef with this girl, or probably had several run-ins or fallouts. You know what I mean? I just took this
That's why
opportunity
I
to
asked her
plug
that.
in.
Like, what was your relationship like with her? She said that she got along with her, and she didn't fall out with her or whatnot. She was just there to tell the truth, I guess. But you know,
There was no truth being told. I mean, she was bashing her, then said the children are bad. They're deceased. Like, how heartless can you be? You know what I mean? That's just, there was nothing there, Mark, but she was, I don't know. I'm sorry. I called in for that reason, not to tell an update about me, but that hurt my heart. You know, I was defending the mom because,
hmm
you know, I'm a mom, but she
right.
lost her children at the end of the day, and her prayer wasn't because she was in there gambling. But what did it for me is when the father started speaking, and he said she need to cut the act that she's doing on the news, and he had the children a month ago, and that his family all stay around the corner, and she never once reached out to them for help. And so at that point, I got lockjaw. I
Hmm.
just stopped arguing either way. I was just grieving, like, wow, because I think my argument for mom was the fact that she wasn't crying at that sit down video. That's what everyone was saying. And, as parents, there'd be no way I could stand up there and just have an interview hours after my child is pronounced dead. It's not going to happen. But I said maybe she was just grief stricken and all cried out and just wanted to get the
Yeah, I
word
mean,
out.
it could be a shock still from the whole situation. You know what I mean? But you know, who knows? Who and this is the part where you can't really tell nobody how to feel or how to display grief in a
Yeah,
situation that you haven't been through, right? And this is just
exactly.
giving the individual grace, right? Even granted, say everything that this person said, what she called was true, as far as her being irresponsible, negligent, eviction after eviction or whatnot. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this woman lost her kids, and the only thing that will remove the sympathy for me from her is the fact that if it's a fact that she actually did something to cause the children to pass away. You know what I mean? Other than that, people go through shit. People have problems, ups and downs in life, good luck, bad luck. So I'm not going to judge the person, but when you have kids involved, the kids should be protected at all costs, and you should be responsible enough to know whether or not to have your children around certain environments or not. You know what I mean? Especially when it's not conducive to their when they don't have things that they need. When they don't have their necessities, when they fighting for necessities.
Exactly. Do you know there's a group of people at one point was so mad at Greektown, it was talking about protesting the hotel, saying that they should have gave the lady and the kids, a room.
Well,
And I think they fell back
from
too.
what I understand, there was somebody. I don't know if it was in my inbox on which page, but somebody that I don't know. I guess they maybe had just worked for Greektown, but somebody said Greektown didn't know. I don't know how well they may have represented the people who needed to know from Greektown, who could have made a difference. But from my understanding, maybe Greektown didn't know. Hollywood Casino, whatever it's called nowadays.
Yeah, you know what? My prayers for the whole family. I know the funeral home, stepped up and said, they would take care of the children. But one thing that really set me off, and I think a lot of the viewers too, Mark, is when she kept saying, "I'm waiting on the autopsy."
Well, we all
And
wait.
she's saying that it may have been
We are really waiting on the autopsy. You know what I mean?
gone.
Because the news, and I believe the reason why a lot of us are waiting on the autopsy is because the news is in the headlines or even in the articles they're saying or suggesting that the kids froze to death. You know what I mean? As opposed to the possibility of carbon monoxide poisoning, which we know could be a factor because we've seen several children unfortunately pass away due to carbon monoxide poisoning in the cars after they was left in there by the parent. Even dogs, animals, right, passing away from carbon dioxide poisoning left in
Exactly.
cars. So that's what I believe
But
that
if
the
you
carbon
have
the
five children
autopsy.
in the car, right? If you have five children in the car and only two dying from carbon monoxide, I mean, I don't know. And then they're saying hypothermia. You know what? I wish they didn't die. That's just, to me, that's just,
Yeah, at the end of the day, I
wow.
wish them kids didn't pass away, man. And I wish, like I said in my original post, I wish I would have known about it and all it would have took was for me to take my big bubble ass down there to go live and show the city what was going on to get her some help. If that's what it helped, then I wish I could have, done that. You know what I mean? Because that seemed like what it takes in a lot of cases. No different than now. You see, after this case come out, we see a lot of solution based solution come out from DPD. Different organizations have stepped up and talk about how they are want to pitch in and help people who are in need that have housing problems or housing issues. People that are out here in the cold. So it seems as if it took a situation like this, for everybody to really open their eyes and really comb through the city's resources to see what it is we have to help people like this before any kid. And unfortunately, it took from some kids to pass away before something happens like this. Because I remember Tamara Liberty Smith, maybe last year, it was a lady on the west side somewhere who was in a tent. That was sleeping with her kids, and then recently this year, a few months ago, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, rather, it was another lady over here in a tent on the east side. So I think the city is really
I
opening their
remember
eyes.
y'all went and fed you in the twins. Yeah, y'all went and took care of that lady too. Y'all grabbed her up out the tent too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and she called me. She called me maybe about 3 4 days ago, and kind of gave me an update on how she was living and everything. But maybe unfortunately, this is what it took for the city to put the spotlight on this issue that's going on in the city, and hopefully we can have some help rendered to the people that's out here that need it.
Can I say one more thing regarding the homeless part?
Hmm.
So when they put those numbers up, right, Mark? If you call, a lot of times they'll give you a resource list, and like if you call 211, they'll give you a resource list. When you call all of them resources, they'll tell you the shelter is full, or they have this long waiting list to get in. They have what's called like these day programs where you can go in through the day, but you have to be out at 6 o'clock in the cold in the afternoon. But then you have to be back in by 6 if you get a spot. So although he did go live at the mayor and threw out all these resources and stuff like that, they still tell you it's a waiting game. Because my brother called me with a girl that he know that had 5 children and wanted to know if I can house them. My issue was the oldest girl was 16 with a 4-year-old child. That
Hmm.
bothers me. You know I wasn't bringing her here with Nathan. So that tell you the age of the child that got pregnant, what, 12, 13? You see what I mean?
Right.
And so mom, I couldn't put myself there, but I called shelters and there was none available for her, at all. And this was last week. They told her, it was nothing available. So I don't know to what extent, you know, this will be helpful. I pray it do. But I need to update you with my situation. We're
Yeah,
moving
I was
out of
gonna say,
state.
I was just gonna say. Now, segue on into yours because there's a lot of people that's asking about you. So, what's going on with you and I forget his name. I'm about to say Nolan again.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan. He's a real psychopath. He's registered mentally, but the problem is he'll. The problem is Washtenaw County is not for us, and I'm talking our race. And if you have a child, it's geared to the child. I had the supervisor from CPS tell me personally that he would almost have to kill me or do something really, really foul to for them to do anything. And when he hurt my grandchild, he took and squashed my 3-year-old grandson so hard and dug his nails in his rib cage. Y'all saw him being handcuffed on camera. They took him to the youth home and charged him with child abuse. His lawyer fought. He's incompetent. So they told me I had 2 hours to pick him up 2 days ago. So I inboxed the twins and was devastated and just said, you know what, I give up. So our lease ends March 31st, and I'm just going to leave the state. Now, the news. I did speak with um, Lauren Edwards from Fox 2. We
Okay.
had a 30-minute conversation. I updated her about the school, the teacher being fired. The only update to that story is that the prosecutor wants Nathan to get forensics done because he said the teacher was rubbing his back and telling him to use KY jelly to sleep with this boy that he was linking my son up with.
So now, what is
And
forensic?
so
What is
if that's
forensics gonna do about a situation that happened how long ago now? What they're trying to find a KY jelly on his back or something?
no, this forensic is going to be a verbal conversation between Nathan and the police team or whatever that forensic group is. After that happens, the prosecutor wants the detective to type up the conversation and everything, a report, and then they're going to charge the teacher with child abuse and mental anguish. And
Wow.
that's basically it. So when I told Lauren Edwards this, she was like, okay, I want to run this by my boss. This was like maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And she wanted to talk to the police, the principal, and the prosecutor and get back with me. So I updated her. I said, listen, is there an update? She said, oh, I had a breaking news story. I'm gonna get back with you. I'm still waiting on my boss. So they don't want to take the story for whatever reason. And the
Well,
other problem is I can't find a lawyer to take the case.
mm,
They're saying I even reached out to Vonda Evans, powerful judge, but now she's not a lawyer. She sent me a message and thanked me for reaching out to her and said the case was too large for her and that I would need a large law firm.
well,
Jeffrey Feiger turned me down, Sam Bernstein,
why
and
why why did they turn you down for any chance? Do you think?
they just sent letters saying that they don't handle this kind of case at their office.
Hmm.
And,
Okay.
and it's multiple variables here. The school can be sued for negligence. They still to this day have not sent letters out to the parents, letting them know that they hired a teacher that they thought was a man that was really a woman, and connecting all children
And
together to have sex. It wasn't just an infant.
and what school is this out in Ypsilanti?
Ypsilanti, the community high school.
Hmm.
And then there was I had the twins on the call when the assistant superintendent, Carlos, I forgot his last name, called me and said that he wanted me to consider filling out a Chapter 9, which will give them permission to do some type of investigation. My question to him was, why do I need to give you permission to do anything? Investigate it. Formal or informal would be my options. So I said, I need a lawyer to explain this to me because if I choose one, that may tell me I can't sue. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. I don't understand it, but a lawyer won't touch it unless it's a big firm, and I don't know who to go to.
Huh. Well,
But it is,
I'll talk to some people for you because I have a few lawyers, so I'm gonna
I appreciate
put
it.
some information in their ear about it. But yeah, that's crazy. So you said in 2 days that you have to pick him up. So how long ago was that you got that notice?
No, 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 no. That was 2 hours ago. No, it was 2 days ago that I had 2 hours to pick him up. He's been here 2 days.
Oh, he's back at the house, Autumn.
Yeah, yes, I've been having panic attacks. I've been putting it all on my page. I can't sleep. You see, I'm up now. I can't sleep. He is just sleep snugly, comfortable, and I'm walking around pacing. I'm sleeping in two pair of pants. I'm serious. It's not good. And then listen, I even tried to sign up for therapy for community mental health. They did this 2.5 hour intake and told me that I didn't qualify for the services. I'm like, why? Because I don't want to kill myself for nobody else. I mean, I'm having post traumatic stress here. Are you serious? But they call and check on me twice a day. I said, you know what, God, I give up. Whatever. I'm really not well. I mean, I'm just so anyway. I'm moving to leave the state, so I can't say openly. I'll tell you guys privately where I'm moving to, but literally leaving the state. I'll be out of my unit on the 31st of next
Now,
month.
when you
I'm gonna
leave, though,
linger out.
when you leave, Autumn, what good is that gonna do
Hmm.
if you have to take him with you?
You know what? Maybe he'll run away at a rest stop. I don't know,
Maybe he'll
but
run
I'm out
away
of
at a
here.
rest stop.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, look, I looked up some laws in Nebraska. You can drop any kid off any age, no questions asked. So I'm gonna take a trip down there for sure on my little road trip. I'm serious. You know what? I gotta go. There's nothing here for me. There's no protection. There's nothing at all. I'm trying to sell stuff in my home. I'm giving away a lot of stuff. It's just I'm taking a toothbrush, small backpack, and I'm out of here. I'm serious. And my two little dogs. He in the car. He'll be in the car, unfortunately. But you know what, Mark? My soul tired, bro. You know I ain't gonna lie. I don't practice lying. I'm tired. I just need to get in the car and just drive. I end up in California, Alaska. I'm just out of here. I'm tired. No, it's sad. It's and I'm gonna tell you the truth. The twins been holding me up, holding my arms up. You know, I inbox them, and they'll talk to me. You know, they make time, even though they be tired. They make time and just talk to me, and I really not well. You know, the only recourse I have is prayer and God. And sometimes I wonder if He got senile on me too. You know, I don't know. I'm not a sympathy type person. You know, and for me to be breaking like this is not good. But I did get my doctorate degree though. I submitted my dissertation, and last Friday I got the call, but it hasn't really registered yet. So it's in clinical psychology. So I have my PhD now. I don't know. I got to use it on myself,
You,
probably.
um,
But yeah, I'm scared, you know, because do you know my story, Mark? I grew up in the foster care
yeah,
system.
you
You
told
know,
me
I
the whole
was needy.
situation, Autumn.
You know, I
You
aged
told me,
down to 38. You know what I mean? And I
Autumn.
gave myself over to God. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm here, baby. I'm
you told me, Autumn. Now listen, I'm going like I said, I'm going to reach out to the few lawyers that I know and talk to them about your situation and give them your contact information and have them reach out to you and see if they can help you. All right?
no problem, man. But can they help me out of state? Because I'm not, I'm not gonna be here.
Well, yeah. I mean,
To be honest with you, I mean, I mean,
that'll be
it's
part of the
50.
questions. That'll be part of the question because yeah. Now that we know that that's a factor, I'll ask them about that too. So um,
Mark, when I leave, I'm still gonna subscribe to you. You hear me? I'm still gonna be down for you. I'm gonna sow seeds. You know, I think you're an awesome dude. I really do. You're a great brother. You know, and I want you to keep your head up, stay focused. Keep them guessing. You know what I'm saying? You know what? You the type of guy, man, that we need like another 1,000 of you on a block, every block. You know what I'm saying? Replicas of you. You know, God did a great thing when He created you. You hear me? So don't let these fools, you know, take you off your square. You know, continue to be strong. You know, you're an awesome brother, and I'm telling you, many of us admire you, honor you, and look up to you. So I've read your posts, you know, people playing games, making fake pages and all that. You know, keep them guessing, bro. You know, keep focused, stay focused. I need you to stay focused. You know,
oh,
I watch you, I listen to you. I may not always jump on here, but you encourage me. I'm here because of you, because I wasn't gonna be here a few nights ago. You know, and you don't know that, but I'm telling you, just listening to you, you motivate me. So stay strong. You know, I need you to keep your focus.
all right, sister. I appreciate you calling. You stay up. I'm gonna check on you. All right?
Never too much love.
All right, man. Like I thought he was out of there. I thought he got arrested and got taken away. Um, that kind of worries me a little bit to know that boy is back in the house with her, man, after he's threatened her life and stood at her door with a butcher knife when she woke up. Wanted to poke her eyes out and things like that. Excuse the graphic language, but that's all on video, right? I got the videos of him saying this, and now that he's back at home, I really feel like it's important for me now to upload these videos somewhere so it's documented that this kid said these things for her sake. I think I need to upload these videos now, and I probably have to make them private on YouTube because of the language and the things that's being talked about. This is a child talking about because I can't upload them anywhere else. I don't know if I can upload them to Facebook. That'll probably get me flagged. Wow, man. What's going on, caller? Who's this and where you calling from?
What's up, Detroit? This is Night.
What's going on, Renee?
But I was looking at all those videos. CPS lied to her because they told mm,
I can't hear you.
CPS
Are you?
lied
Wait,
to
wait,
her
wait. Are you on
because they
speak?
told
Wait,
her they were
hey,
gonna move
hey,
her
hey,
from
hey,
her house to never return.
hey. I can't. Are you? Are
No,
you?
I'm not on speaker. My phone really low.
Okay, yeah, because I couldn't. I couldn't
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What you say?
I said CPS lied to Autumn because they told her that when they took him away in handcuffs, he was never supposed to return. So why did they let him come back?
That's a good question. Especially after the reason why they took him away.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good.
stupid to me. That pissed me off.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's get this next caller. Let's get this next caller coming in right quick. What's going on, caller? Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, look, can you help me? It ain't nothing got to do with Detroit. I left Detroit 20 years ago. I'm just trying to find my friend Karen McCaleb. They was on 7 Mile and Foreham. That's the last I know. She got a brother named Butch. Walter. It's a bunch of brothers. She the only sister. Can you help me, Mark? Because it's so sad what's going on in Detroit. And I ain't got nothing to do with that. I left there 20 years ago, like I said. And I just want you to help me. Can you help me with your pretty eyes? Because everybody keep talking about your eyes. I think they're so sexy. Hello?
Yeah, I don't know if I can help
Is
you
it
because
really you? Can you help me?
yes, it's really me, but I don't know if I can help you because you sound like a heckler at this point. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know. I probably can't help that person. See, people. This is how you know people take it for a joke and shit, right? People exhaust the resources, and especially because I'm one person, right? They want to divert my attention to bullshit like that, right? They've been gone for 20 years, and they want to look. Here's this. Is this them calling back again? What's going on?
Hung up on me.
Yeah, I did hang
You
up on you.
hung
I'm
up
hanging
on
up on you again. Goodbye. There you go. I mean, I don't know what you thought was going to happen the second time when you called, right? Now let's see who this person is. This is somebody else. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, brother? This brother Charles.
What's going on, brother
I
Charles? What's happening?
Hey, I just thought I'd call in, man. I see your podcast all the time. I met you. Actually, we didn't actually meet. Like change names, but actually, when the Nazaya, when we was looking for Nazaya, you know what I'm
Right.
talking about
Okay. Turn your
over there.
device. Turn your device that you're watching the show down in the
Yeah, I just
background
turned
for me,
it down.
so I can hear you and not. So yeah, you seen me out when we were searching for Nazaya.
Yeah. I was with the father, Mervin.
Okay.
Yeah, so we was out searching, we was all in the houses, abandoned houses and stuff
Okay.
and everything. So we was all walking together, you know what I'm saying, around there that day. That's when I really met you. I didn't know about your podcast and everything, but ever since then I found out about the podcast, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be checking you out from time to time. He done passed away and everything, but just keep an update on that. But I got a lot of I mean I see you got a lot of things that you be covering. It seemed like a good podcast. So I just called in to talk about I got a lot of issues in the city of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm down there at the city council meeting all the time. The tall lady, I thought she was a police officer. That was with the that was on the investigation for the Nazaya at the time when we was passing out the flyers and stuff. I can't think of her name. Tall lady.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you're talking about. What about her?
No. I was down at the city council meeting when they gave her a little award, down there a couple weeks ago. I seen her and talked about it a little bit. I was just brought her up, like as far as being down at the city council meetings and downtown checking out what's going on. And there's people down there all the time that's homeless and got issues, and they're not doing nothing for them. So I just hate to see how the mayor come on TV and they talking about they got all this help for people, and they, you just act like that they been doing everything that they can, and they just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even. Oh man, if you ever go down there and see them, it's almost like you should take your camera down there and go live or go on your show so you could just show the people how they treat the people that they work for us, but they feel like they don't. They feel like we work for them or something. I don't know. It's crazy. So that's why I was talking about it, because I got a personal issue with them that I've been dealing with down there for 10 years.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to have to get that caller back because it took 3 minutes to get to that point. We got another caller coming in, all right?
Okay, my bad. All right.
Yep. Goddamn. What's going on, caller? Who's this and where you calling from? Oh, they were just calling to get my man off the line. That's what that was. Yeah, man. When you call in, man, this ain't like the sit, kick back, and have a whole long ass conversation line, man. We need you to get to the point, get in there, and get out. You know what I'm saying? I try to let people breathe and get to the gist, the point of what they're saying, but a lot of times y'all be long-winded as a motherfucker, boy. Y'all be taking like 5 minutes to get to the point. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from? Turn that device down in the background.
All right.
Okay.
It ain't got nothing to do with y'all got going. Look, can you just call me back later from this number? Can you call me back? I'm just trying to get up with my friend. Can you help me, man? Can you help me?
I don't know if I can help you.
My name is Tanya Jackson. I used to hang out with my girlfriend. I moved to North Carolina, and I've been watching you with this Nakaya, and I know I don't want to talk about it because it's really triggering. I got married at 16. The man was from Ecorse, Michigan. He was 21 years old, and that's another story.
Okay,
but I just trying to reconnect. I'm just trying to reconnect, man. Please don't hang up on me.
Is it a reason why you're trying to reconnect with them?
Yes, that's my best friend.
Okay, well, you need to look her up on the yellow pages. Go look her up on Google or something, man. Like, you got to look her up on the yellow pages, man. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from? They wanted to get her ass off the line. That's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do. Somebody calling from the Shinola Hotel. Somebody calling from the Trafficking Inn, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, Mark, this Kay. I just want to clear your line. Thank you.
Bet it up. Who is that? You calling from the hotel. You done interrupted your booty call to clear the phone line and shit. All right. Yeah, man, you know they're going to play. I mean, listen, here's the thing, right? It's been a long time, right, since I done played on the phone line. Probably about 39 years, 40-something years since I done played on the phone. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
My name's Silas, and I got a little thing that I want to say.
You got a little thing that you want to say?
Hello?
Yeah, you said you got a little thing that you want to say?
Well, I got some things that I want to say.
Okay.
I'm going to try to go through this real fast.
Are you on speakerphone by any chance? Are you on speakerphone or Bluetooth?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, well, you should cut it off and talk right to your phone so we can hear you clear because you sound like you on the wing of
can you hear me now?
That's a whole lot better. There you go. Let's go.
Okay, so my first thing that I observed is with the Naziah Harris case, I noticed that it was a lot of people that was going around that was saying something, and I think you guys did address this. But it seemed like
wait a minute, let me stop you though. You know we're not talking about that no more, right?
I know we're not talking about that. I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to go there and get to the current case too. But it seemed like we did a lot more harm as people. We did a lot more harm for that case than we did for like actually helping. Just by our information that we were putting out there, and you know, a lot of things are going on for our sex trafficking with children as well, and we should be mindful of that and the things that we say. That was the first thing that I want to say. The second thing that I want to say was about the case that's going on with the young lady that was found in whose children was found in Greektown.
Hmm.
That kind of disturbed me, and it didn't sit well with me, just because I feel like it's more to that than what's being said. Yeah, where she had the car parked at, it's just things like questions is not being answered. Yeah, like she couldn't have been in sight because she had to be where she was off the camera while they couldn't see her. My thing is, if Greektown has cameras in their garage, their parking garage, so you were parked where you couldn't be seen in that garage. So you have no, it's not, it's like, okay, and then was it other children in that vehicle? Do you know?
Yes, there were other children. There were
Besides the two children?
two other children, I believe. I don't know if it was two or
Okay, so,
three because I don't know if it was five altogether in the car that the
two or
news
three.
reported originally. So it may have been
And
three other ones.
that's what I thought I heard. Yep, and that's what I thought that I heard. And my thing is, if it was five children in a van, in a vehicle, how is it that only two of these children got frostbitten and had hypothermia and died? That sounds very suspicious to me. And then it seems to me like I feel like the city of Detroit is basically you overlooking everything because her sympathy and everything checks out. She was looking for housing, and now all of us exactly now, right? Where was the family at?
Where the hell you at work? Talking about the shit? Got people in the background?
I'm actually door dashing. Me and my whole girl door dashing. We
Oh,
out
okay.
here, we out here like
Oh,
rats
okay.
to
Well,
the
yeah, you
keys.
at work. All right, dig it. All right. Well, yeah.
But and then that's another thing that I was talking about. One more point that I also wanted to make was that we talked about homeless shelters. I just want to say this. First of all, I remember growing up back in the day, and Coleman A. Young had centers for homeless people. And you look at all these buildings and all these schools that has been closed down. Why nobody takes initiative to try to get together to open up a homeless shelter to help support people and
Well,
help
there is.
uplift
There
people?
is. To Mayor Liberty Smith, I don't want to necessarily call it a homeless shelter, but it is a shelter that is providing resources to people that's in need out here in situations like what we're talking about. Let's get this next caller, all right?
All right, thank you. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get this next call. This is the hotel again. What's up? The hotel done hung up. The hotel done hung up. I don't know what the hell happened. So here's another one. What's going on, caller? Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, this free again.
What's going on?
I
Uh
just
oh.
want to go back over what she said, and this is what I am talking about. Like, as far as this case, as far as your callers, or your subscribers, whatever you call them, they draw an opinion and be mad when the truth is told to them, but then they'll ask you the same questions a million and one times over and over and again. And I just laid the shit out for people, mad or not. And like she said, shit don't add up. And that's where I'm at with the stuff. It don't add up. And it ain't to bash her. It's not like it's like no love, this, that, that. But we know what the fuck they is and how the fuck they are. And you could be sympathetic if you want to be. I'm sympathetic to the children, not them, because how do you still, how about this? I kick it, I hang out, this and that. That's my everyday life. If I'm still living my everyday life, but then I'm fucking homeless and me and my kids homeless, and this is what I make it seem like to people, how the fuck does that work? Like, you motherfuckers ask for the truth, and then when you hear the truth, y'all want to say, let me call, hang her up. Nigga, ain't nobody got no reason around that motherfucking girl. That's just that. Period. That's all I wanted to say because this shit is not adding up. No way you slice it. No way you slice it. I'm waiting on the autopsy. That's all I'm saying. And you motherfuckers can be mad and then turn around and be like,
Yeah, we
we're
really, yeah,
not doing the Nasiah again. We not doing that again, nigga. What? We ain't doing that. This shit suspect. And I hate that. I'm just like I really jumped out here because I
not,
felt like she was taking advantage of Tamara, Stark, Mark, everybody helping her with that
so,
fake ass shit.
okay, all right. Now
That fake ass shit.
let's get the next caller. Let's get
All
the next
right.
caller. Let's get this. She ain't done. We know she ain't done, is she? She ain't done. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from? Oh, I thought I clicked it. What's happening, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
This me, Marquette, because she needs to shut up, for real. At this point, you keep calling me and saying the same thing over and over again. You called in and you bashing this woman. Use that same energy. Where was the same energy at when you say she was out there living this life that she ain't had no business doing? You should have been that cousin that took some goddamn keys and did something about it. Other than that, then just shut up and stop calling. Damn. But that's it. That's all.
All right, cuz. Hell no. All right. I thought I hung up on it. And we got another one. What? I thought we had another one. Some of y'all just be calling to get the caller that's on the line off the line. By the time I get to you and answer the phone, she guilty. That's why she keep calling. Man, oh man. So now YouTube is apparently having the problems tonight. People on YouTube saying that it's lagging. I'm gonna give me a fiber optic internet connection. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
It's just me again. Tell them to let them move in with her because ain't nobody kicking them out walls and being nasty, dirty, and all that type shit. So the cousins and the whole family has fucked with her. Evictions is fucking with her, and that is why she
I
had
thought
to
you said you
call.
was done. You
What the
said you
fuck
was
out?
done.
Y'all fuckers done into a bitch trying to tell me what it is. Like I said, a lot of your callers, they ask a lot of questions, and then when they get the facts because they in their own fucking feelings, they get mad and fucking try to question the fuck why you ain't do what the fuck. That, man, listen.
Okay.
You ain't about to fuck up my shit.
Okay.
Period.
Let's get the next one.
And
Let's get the.
shut up, bitch.
What the? Come on, man. Can't we all just get along and have a constructive conversation for once? I mean, goddamn. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
You ain't gotta cuss at me. I see you on TV. You ain't gotta cuss at me.
I was not cussing at
You
you,
ain't
but
gotta
who
cuss
are
at
you?
me.
All right, but what do you need me help with your friend
My
again?
name is Tanya Renee Jackson.
Okay, Tanya Renee Jackson. You
Okay,
need to go Google your friend.
and,
How about you
and,
just
you
Google
did
your
this.
friend? Just
You did
Google
this.
Google your buddy. How about you Google your buddy? That's what you can do. Just Google them. Ignorance is beyond me at this point. What's going on, caller? Who is this? What? Mic check, mic check. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from? Can you hear me? You can't hear me, so let's get this next caller. What's happening, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Detroit.
What's going on? What you got to say?
I just commend you for dealing with all them attitudes every night. You know
Yeah,
what?
I
You
don't.
have a good night.
I appreciate you, sister. Yeah, I don't. This is. You don't take business personal. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and in fact, I know I'm saying this, and I displayed a bit of anger earlier in regards to what's going on the platform right now. But I had to recalibrate myself and shit, and I had to understand and take my own advice and shit. We had a conversation a couple of months back where I talked about no matter if it's truth or whether it's a lie, it's no point of you getting upset and getting bent out of shape. Somebody has something to say about you that you don't like, whether it's good, whether it's the truth or not. Ooh, what's
And
going
I'm
on?
calling back. Like
No,
I said, she guilty. She drunk. She had no business calling in, talking all that bullshit. I called you out on your shit. Stop calling in the call line talking about
cuz,
you
come
want an
on,
iced hot tea, you want
don't do
this.
it. Come on, man, cuz you ain't gonna do nothing but make her call back, and it's gonna be back and forth with this cat shit all night. Don't do it, cuz. Okay.
Just tell her slow ass to
You
stop
just
calling
told her.
her
You
guilty
just told her.
conscious
You just
ass.
told her. You just told
All right.
her. Okay. Yeah, pretty demon. That's pretty much what it's looking like for a moment. Just like silence the call in line. Y'all want me to? Y'all send me all of this. Y'all send me all of these stories. They got all y'all emotions wrapped up in a bunch. All y'all come with your emotions and your panties in a bunch to my podcast. Off of some shit that y'all want me to talk about. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't get off of y'all fighting in the comments and all of this other shit, right? We supposed to be having, and this is the reason why we can't get to the solution of the issues in a lot of our issues in the community, because we get stuck in this joust, this back and forth, this ping pong battle of bullshit, because we can't have a constructive conversation. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
That's Sharita from Arkansas. Um, I just wanted to make a comment on that situation with the young lady with the kids. So I don't know if anybody saw that last night at I think 11 o'clock. They did a story and was able to talk to the baby daddy, and the baby daddy said that he had some resources. Well, his people stayed around the corner from there, and she could have reached out for them, and she didn't reach out for them. So it's more to the story than everybody knows. It's all about, I guess, the truth coming out and being exposed. But he said that she could have went to his family. So if you listen to his little interview, you know what I'm saying, whatever that young lady that's on the air talking about it, she might know more to, what everybody thinks. You know what I'm saying? Even the baby daddy expressed how he felt about the same situation. And he said that he tried to help her and his family tried to help. So I don't know, what's going on with that, but, I just hate that those kids had to suffer like that. It's
Hmm.
sad.
That's the end. That's
Really sad.
my whole end point of it all, man. Why the kids didn't have to go out like that?
Exactly. Exactly. Even though she was at the hotel, at that casino, they have rooms. I'm quite for sure somebody would have been nice to donate a room to that lady. You know.
I mean, if they knew
So
though, if they knew, we don't know if they
if
knew, and that's the
but that's
thing,
what I'm
man.
saying. She could have reached out, but she didn't even reach out to them neither. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
I don't
yeah,
know,
that's
man.
crazy.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
situation is crazy, and I guess we just gotta, just like
Yeah.
the other case, we just gotta wait, until
And see it out.
yeah, yeah,
hmm
pretty much.
One more thing. I don't know if you was able to see. There's some guys out by the name of New Era
Yeah,
Detroit,
yeah,
and
I'm very
they
familiar.
got videos. Yeah. So they caught this little girl. She was 13 years old. She was walking down the street and on the west side, and like the streets were very dark because they ended up walking upon her. And by the grace of God, they was able to get her and get her home safely. It- I just don't understand how these people do not. They got to be vigilant. 13-year-olds. It's like, what is really going on? You know,
Yeah, I
That-
mean, this is
people got to do better.
that's no different than I don't know how long you've been following me, but I was driving Uber a couple of years ago and pulled up on a young girl who was what was it on 7 Mile and where's that Scotch Castle at 7 Mile
On
and
7 Mile
Conant Ryan area right there.
and Ryan, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
So yeah. Oh well,
hmm
you remember the whole
I've been
story.
following you for a long time.
Okay, well yeah, well you already know I ain't even
Yeah.
got to preach to the choir then.
Whew.
So on that one all the way up
Yeah.
until the young girl who was missing. What was it last year? That was missing from the Kroger on 10 Mile and Hoover.
Yeah.
And I got a tip about where she was from the mother who
hmm
got a tip, and they informed me. And then I met her over there on 7 Mile and Mile, and ended up finding her basically. So yeah, it's wild,
Lord.
man.
Ooh.
It's a lot of
We got a
situations
big
going on.
crisis too in Detroit. Yeah, we got a big crisis in Detroit. And they keep saying that, they want to help people and this and that and that. So, not, make the story short, I had a situation where I ended up getting injured and didn't know that I needed surgery. Ended up finding out I needed surgery, and I ended up losing both of my jobs. So both of my jobs didn't bag me up, neither one. And I've been working for these jobs for years, so they didn't bag me up. Unemployment didn't even bag me up. So I was like stuck. So August I paid my last rent. By September 6th I was having surgery because it was like that. You got to have surgery. And I was like, wow, because it blew me out of my mind. So they gave me all these resources, all these places in these churches. And they was like, well, do you have any kids? And I'm like, no, I don't have any. Well, we don't
No,
help people, unless they got kids. And I'm like, whoa, you know,
mm,
I'm begging and pleading for, some help here. And, that's why I left Detroit
wow.
because there's no resources and
So
help, for people. It's almost like, okay, if you're single, ooh, we
we
don't give a
listen
fuck
now,
about
baby.
you.
You've been on here for five
We care
minutes.
about the kids.
You've been on here for 5 minutes, and the phone line is blowing
Yeah, I
up. I
know.
got to
I'm
get these other
sorry.
callers. We got to get these other
Yeah.
callers. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
People want to get their whole life story out. Yeah. And then when I was little, yeah, my mama threw me out the house, and then I had to start learning how to make money on my own. What's going on, caller? Who is this calling from? Caller, what's happening? Can you hear me? Mic check one,
Yes,
check
I can
two.
hear you.
Okay,
Can
what's
you hear
happening? Who is
me?
this? Where you calling from?
Yeah, east side.
Okay,
So,
well,
Mark, I'm calling back again, even though I said I was done. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm just saying that the truth has been said, and the same questions that they gonna be asking in the future, a lot of that shit was answered tonight, and they could take it, leave it, not believe it, but I bet you they're gonna be asking it again. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't out here to not. I ain't never argued with a soul on your damn show, and I call all the damn time. So that's just where I'm at. Like it kind of made me think about you. Like people miss the message because you arguing. Yeah, I let that bitch
okay.
take me up on my square,
All right, let's see. We got
and
we got somebody calling.
I'm
We
not
got
doing that
somebody.
no
We
more.
got
I'm
somebody
not
calling
doing that no
again.
more.
We got somebody calling.
And
Let me get.
yeah,
Let,
okay.
let's get this. This shit crazy, man. What's up? Somebody was just calling to get her off. Oh man, y'all making me already not want to talk about this story no more already. I don't even want to talk about it no more. I don't even want to talk about it no more. Oh man. I mean again, even if the things that the sister is saying is accurate and everything is true, All we can do is wait because the court of public opinion cannot change anything, right? It's one thing to have a conversation about the things that's going on in the community for the sake of uh, coming up with solutions, because that's what it's really about, right? Coming up with solutions, like all of the bashing and the digging up of the dirt and all of that is not necessarily important in every situation, right? We're not going to do, as somebody said on one of the previous callers, like previous calls, we're not going to do the Nazaya again, right? We don't need to uncover all of the different layers of the onion that went on that caused this, right? Let's talk about what happened, when it happened, how it happened, and how we can prevent that, as opposed to going through everybody's personal lives and all of that. You know what I mean? And I know, oh shit, I know that was the case with the Naziah Harris situation, and that's what uncovered a lot of details that got us to the conclusion that we got to. But um, I don't feel like that's necessary with every single case. Solution based conversations is really what we need to be having here. Solution based conversations. Oh, I had it on Do Not Disturb. I just thought about it. Just in case somebody was trying to call. He was lying. The lady said he told her to get the kids and he made himself unavailable. If they were so helpful, she wouldn't have had to reach. Man, I don't know what's going on in Detroit, man. And I understand that, let me say this though. Let me say this. Um, this sister who keeps calling, talking about the inside nucleus of what went on with her and the family and how they are. Right. I'm gonna say this. She's not the first person that's come to me about the situation. I really wanted to know maybe an angle, and maybe she gave it, um, that would give us some insight on maybe what went on that day and how what happened. As opposed to you know making her look bad, like a lot of people feel like she's doing. So that's that. This shit is wild. Baby daddy said he don't believe you want to help you. Yeah, I haven't. It's been so much going on my timeline and my inbox and all of that. I haven't watched all of the news stories. Just like with the Naziah Harris case, after the court date came out, I still haven't watched the whole court proceedings in its entirety. I mean, because again, I felt like my job was done when I did the podcast and got all of the information out. You know what I mean? It's a couple of episodes after that that was relevant to talk about some things that came out since then. But other than that, it's kind of down to the court case now at this point. It's down to the trial. And I didn't hear all of the interviews, right? Because now, as I understand it, well, I've seen both of the interviews that the mother did, and the father, I believe, did one as y'all are talking about, but I haven't seen what he said, so I can't really probe that conversation. Yeah, some people see, but see, that's the thing. Key word. KJ Lee says some people need to be heard. Some people need to be heard, and some people just want to be heard. But yeah, some people need to be heard. And I'm not gonna say that everything that the sister was saying was bashing. Like I said, maybe there was some truth to it, but the focal point I believe at this point is to what we can do to prevent this shit from happening in the future. You know what I mean? And that's holding ourselves and our family members accountable when we see them going through things like this. But a lot of times, I think another thing that's been scarcely talked about along this conversation is the fact that when people do need help, it's an issue with asking because number one, it's a lack of resources, and then there's judgment from people on, um, being able to help them or not, or wanting to help them or not. So, it's three sides to every story. You know what I'm saying? And we only heard two of them right now. She said all this time she thought Tamara Liberty was in Zaya's family. No, Tamara Liberty is not in Zaya's family. Tamara Liberty is the police commissioner for District 5, I want to say. Don't quote me, but yeah, she is a police commissioner, but I'm not sure for what district. But I think 5 is what's coming to my top of my mind. Man, I don't know what it's gonna take, man, for us to come up with some kind of a system, some type of a platform, let's just a universal platform for people that need help when it comes to housing, no matter if it's evictions, people that fell down on their luck, people that's just out here in the cold, the homeless, all of that. We need some type of a platform, some type of a system specifically dedicated to that. Like when we had the Super Bowl here, I don't know what conversation I was having and where, if it was on my platform or somebody else or the comments I seen it somewhere. But when the Super Bowl came and they basically hid all of the homeless people, and I think it was Joe Louis Arena before they tore it down where they put them at. Why didn't they leave a facility like that open to keep that to make that permanent? What's happening, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
T.
I
How are
didn't
you
hear.
doing today?
You just tapped in. I didn't hear you. Who is this and where you calling from? You said.
Can you hear me?
I
I'm
can
calling
hear.
from Florida. I'm
I,
outside of Florida.
okay, I can hear you now. Outside of Florida, you in
Hello?
the ocean?
No, I said I'm calling out of Florida.
Okay, all
My
right. Yeah.
phone, I can barely hear you, but I hear
Okay,
you now.
all right. What's going on?
So I just called in to say, so the last summer my husband, he's a contractor, so we did a job for a house renovation in Michigan on the east side. I guess it's called East Point. I guess it's called the east side.
That's East Point.
So
That's
we
not
did,
even.
we
That's not
renovated a
Detroit.
house. So,
But go ahead. Yeah, I got you.
well, yeah, we passed through Detroit, and it's funny because that side, wherever East Point is in Detroit, I'm not sure. I mean in Michigan, but when we did the job over there, we did see the flyers for the Desire, around, because we were all around Detroit area. We were there doing different jobs. I think part of the problem with the housing, I would say, is a lot of people from outside of Detroit, outside of Michigan. Hello?
Yeah, you said outside of Detroit, outside of Michigan. I'm here.
Oh, I can't. I was like, hello? Like outside of the Michigan area, a lot of people buy in because the person that owned the house that we were working on, he lives in Florida. He's from Miami. So I think a lot of the problem is, Detroit's getting all this good money from these investors, these people that are investing in these properties, but they're not doing anything with them. Like they're just keeping them vacant, or they'll keep the empty lot. So I think that's a part of the problem with the homelessness, because we've seen a lot of homeless people, even like pregnant homeless people, which blew my mind.
Yeah. So
Because I'm
you
like,
said
there's
so
no
now
shelters out here for people.
you said you're from Florida, and the person that you bought the house from in East Point, Michigan, was from Florida.
We renovated the house. We didn't buy it from him.
Oh,
We
okay.
were doing. He hired us outside contractors
Oh,
to
okay.
come up there and renovate. He basically, paid us to go up there and renovate. We was up there for like 3-4 weeks, renovating the home because he wanted to rent it out. But a lot of people, I noticed that, the empty lots and, the ran down homes, I can probably 95% of them are probably owned from people that are from Florida, from other states, just throwing money to Detroit, and Detroit or Michigan in a whole is just taking it, because who doesn't take money, for real estate. So I think a part of the problem of the homelessness is because these people are buying up all these empty lots, buying up all these old homes, and they're not turning the profit around. They're just keeping it in a portfolio, because he has a lot of properties up to that. It's just one of them. So I think that's a part of the problem with the homeless,
Yeah,
because we've seen a lot of homeless people up there.
yeah. I mean, it's a lot of homes that could be utilized by, per se, even nonprofits who are in the city who have opted into
Exactly. That's the same thing we were saying. Why isn't there why there shouldn't be nobody homeless in Detroit, Michigan as a whole, because of all the empty lots that we see. And I know they started some initiative with the little tiny houses, but that's not enough. Like that's just scratching the surface. Same thing with Florida. Florida's going through the same thing. But the problem with Florida is everybody migrated here, and everybody took over the shelters here. So it gets tough here too. But hello?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
So
But we have the same problem in Florida. But it's just like, we don't have all the empty spaces like Detroit and Michigan where there could be potential houses.
so now let me
I
get
think that's a part of the homeless part.
So now let me get this straight. You actually work for a contracting company in Florida. You're in Florida. You work for a contracting company where a man in Florida owns a house in East Point, and he hired you to work and to do the work.
Correct. My husband's a contractor. He's an independent contractor.
So not only
So
did a
basically,
man in
he gave
Florida
us the contract to come up there.
from Florida, not even a Michigan company to hire to it was a
Nope.
Florida.
He resides in Aventura. He's a doctor. He resides in Aventura, which is like a rich part of Florida, and he's a doctor there. We had to go to his doctor's office and get the contract to go. And he owns not just that property, and it's not just him. It's a pool of them. It's a whole bunch of them. And they, like I said, they do it in Florida all the time, and that's why our rent is sky high here. It's because there's no rent control in Florida. I'm just gonna put it like that. There's no rent control in Florida. You can charge $3,000 for a one room if you want to, and that's what I think the problem is that all these outside investors are attacking Michigan.
Yeah, we know that there's people now. You talking about a pool of investors from Florida, and we know that it's a lot of people from outside the country that have invested from Russia and China, and a lot of other places, Australia.
Correct. These
Even
people,
that have invested in property and
yep,
land
these
here
people
in
are
the city.
originally from. Guess where these people are originally from?
Where?
Take a wild guess. Florida, South Florida has a huge population of Jewish people, and that's where they're originally from. So what they do is they basically, instead of being legit, because some of them don't have Social Security numbers, they can't rent legit properties. And that's another problem in Florida, is you run into, if you have any type of help or any type of, Section 8 or anything, you have to put your Social Security down. So a lot of these people, what they do is they hire like, for instance, I had a landlord. He basically ran a company that managed the properties here because that owner didn't have a social security number to do it. So
that's wild.
yeah, I think,
So
yeah.
that
So I think
reminds
that's
me
a part of the problem.
that damn near reminds me of this other issue that we're dealing with here in the city, where we have foreigners who have inserted their family members as business owners so they can buy these hotels and run amok with them.
Exactly. That's a part of what the Jewish do. They buy hotels. They're doing some big thing. One of the contractors, one of the owners that we work with, my husband has many contractors that he works with, but one of the owners, he's Jewish. He's building a huge hotel in Jacksonville, and who knows else where, So they come in with their money, and all the states see all this money coming in. But what happens to communities when they don't put it back into the community? This is what happens. You get homelessness because if they're not renting that out or they're just holding that, property, where's everybody going to move to? Like there's nowhere to move. So I think that's a part of the problem with the homelessness. And as far as the Naziah case, I remember, like I said, we was in July, so I remember like seeing the flyers around. Cause we went around Detroit area, Michigan area. We were pretty much around all of there. And I remember just joking with my husband, like it'd be crazy if us two out of town saw this girl like hanging out by our house where we're working at. Like we just joked about it. So. It really touched me when, all this came out because I'm like, I remember saying that to him and I remember thinking that with him, like, this would be wild if we found her, two Floridians just doing work,
Yeah, it would have been unfortunate, but yeah. But I appreciate you calling. We got another caller
we were
coming
hoping to
in,
find her alive because it was missing. So thank you for letting me express that. But I think that really is a problem with Michigan is that they got to put it back into the community. They got to find a way. Put it back in the community.
All right, sister. All right, we had a long caller with that one. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from? Can you hear me? Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
What's going on? Who is this and where you calling from?
I'm from the east side. But I was going to say another thing with these houses is, like a lot of these new apartment buildings that's been built, the contractors have to allocate a lot of them for low income to get the contract. I will say Mike Duggan did that, but I will also say that me and my friend, like she does this type of thing, and they literally sit on these houses. These apartments are going empty, and the other part of the structure is being filled with people who's paying $1,300-$1,400 for rent. And the parts that are allocated for low-income housing, namely like 911 Gratiot, it's so many in the Midtown area by Wayne State, and those shits is empty. And they supposed to fill them like by the end of the year, and they will literally take the loss of money before housing the low-income families, and that is a big part of the problem. They're there and they're fucking empty. I done been through them and all of that stuff. So, I would say that. What are you talking about? Why you say free?
Because I noticed you again.
I would. But what she was talking about is like real fucking true. It's real fucking true, and I do that too. Like I got 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? And she was speaking facts. So I moved on from last topic to the new topic. So what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I mean, dead ass. That is fucking true. It's dead ass true. And I can give you a list like the low income housing people. They do not answer the phone. They do not house the people. They do not do what they're supposed to do, and they take the L. And not how they are sitting empty. The houses, the apartments and complexes are sitting empty. but they still allocated for low income. They did what they were supposed to do, and they're sky high rent for everybody else. So that's how they balance their shit. That's it.
Okay, let's open up the call in line, Creisha.
Mhm. Mhm.
Whew. What time is it? My head hurt. Nah, I'm just sleepy at this point. Y'all done wore me out tonight between the technical difficulties and the bullshit. Yeah, I'm gonna go out here and throw some salt on the ground before I go to sleep for this fucking snow. You about to make a steak, mahogany? I'm about to come over there. You about to email me a piece of that steak you making? She talking some us little night owls tired of. Yeah, yeah, you did. That's how I can tell I'm getting old. I can't hang no more. One of y'all need to inbox me and DoorDash me a chicken pita, because I'm not gonna be heading out tonight. Well, the thing about it is, Danielle, it was already shoveled. I did that before we started the show, so go out there and throw some salt on top of the damn ground, because it was snowing already today. You know that, right? So yeah, I done been out there. Cheap Amber talking about headphones off. He about to take it down. I hate that y'all know that that's the cue and shit. Nah, y'all talking about lamb chops in the air fryer and steak. I'm about to pull up at one of y'all crib for some lamb chops and steak at 4 o'clock in the morning. She said, I'm about to put my steak out the oven now. I made steak, smothered potatoes, broccoli, and cheese. I got off work hungry as hell. You know what, Diora, you need to inbox me your location. You just won a visit, surprise pop up from Mark D at 4 o'clock in the morning and shit for a food review. You just earned yourself a food review. Oh, Cajun A. Thanks, Cajun A, for reminding me because I didn't put the collection plate up today. None. Not that I was worried about that today, but at the same time, I feel like I should do that just for the sake of the people who watch the broadcast when it's gone off, when it's said and done. So, for the people that want to support the platform, you can do one of multiple things. You can send the cost of a chicken pita combo to one of the Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle components that you see on the screen right there. Or you can subscribe to the channel by clicking the heart on the bottom right hand corner, left hand corner of the screen of Facebook, or subscribe on YouTube. I'm not sure where that button is because I have not familiarized myself with YouTube like I should just yet. She told me some Cash App Mark so you can stay up. You can Cash App Mark so he can come back tomorrow. Mark sleep. Talking to y'all right now. So we can do this again tomorrow. Like I tried to, it's been, 4 or 5 different videos that I went live on today, and we had to delete them all because we had technical difficulty after technical difficulty with the stream, whether it was Facebook or the audio or the phone line or whatever it was. We just need to leave the U.S. at this point. I've been seeing so many people leaving and going to other countries and living better than ever. Hey, man, listen. I think Earth at this point is the problem. I think Earth is the problem. I don't know if we're going to leave the country. We might live a better life temporarily, right? Tori says she need her own podcast. Yeah, tonight was just, yeah, you had to be there for tonight. You just had to be there. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. All of the business owners, inbox me with your business information so I can give you a promotion depending on the type of business that you have, whether it be a live stream where I'm coming to your location and telling everybody what you have, what you got, whether you come in here, having a conversation with me in the studio, whether me running commercials for your products, services, businesses, opportunities, calls, or whatever it is. And the meet and greet on the 1st. We have the meet and greet, the 7 Mile Radio Podcast and Chill meet and greet number 1 going down on March the 1st. So if you are a subscriber on my Facebook page, you see the link to the Eventbrite on the subscription hub as well as in the subscriber group. So I'm going to post that on YouTube as well. If you are a subscriber on YouTube, man, I need to find out how to communicate with people on YouTube that are subscribers. So if you are a subscriber on YouTube, if you have Facebook,